Hi, I'm Tom Ruffalo, CISA at eSecurity Solutions. I've got Ed Holt, Director of Fortinet. And today we're going to talk about how AI will impact cybersecurity. Basically, today we want to cover a few topics. I want to quickly go over how attackers are leveraging AI, how AI-powered solutions are being used for defense, detection, and response, and which security products are using AI today, and maybe what we even anticipate. And then also a little bit about limitations of non-AI solutions. So it's like, what happens if you don't adopt them over time? And then Fortinet will talk about AI broadly speaking. The first thing I like to talk about is how AI is being leveraged in cybersecurity attacks. Criminals are leveraging AI to automate and enhance attack sophistication by personalizing attacks, by using AI to make zero-day attacks easier, and also by using AI to create deep fakes in images, videos, and messages. They're also using AI to increase the efficiency of attacks. And AI automation makes it easier to launch attacks with minimal efforts, and it enables cost-effective attacks on even SMBs, small businesses, as well as mid and enterprise. AI attack methods would include social engineering by using generative AI to make more personalized and compelling communication. Also, AI makes fake websites look more similar to the original website. It also enables malware by enabling easier creation of dynamic, real-time, zero-day attacks. It enables ransomware attacks by helping to automate exploitation. It makes attacks AI bots that will then automate the detection of weaknesses within websites, networks, and systems. It also helps brute force attacks by enabling improved deciphering of algorithms. And it definitely enables deep fakes, which we've seen generative AI do across the board to manipulate audio, visual, and messages to impersonate or to confuse the user to think that something is something that it's not. And that facilitates things like CEO fraud and social engineering. It also facilitates data theft by automating the extraction analysis of the data that's going to be stolen. And lastly, it enables Internet of Things attacks by enabling AI-based input attacks and vulnerability detection. Now, AI-powered solutions work by doing things like baseline establishment, establishing what would be normal versus abnormal. So it's looking at data, large amounts of data, to determine what is determined to be something that you would normally expect to be occurring in your network or in your systems versus what's abnormal. And the anomaly detection looks for these abnormal events once you've established the baseline. It also helps with AI-based enhanced monitoring for your SOC team for use in EDR, NDR, network detection and response, and endpoint detection and response, SIMs, and also SOC. It does enable faster attack prevention by blocking faster after having done the faster detection through the use of AI. It also reduces false positives by leveraging larger data sets. It enables zero-day attack detection, again, using baselines and anomaly detection. It also enables predictive analysis by forecasting based on large data that's being analyzed that people can't possibly wrap their heads around. And then it provides incident response automation by leveraging faster detection for automated response. Now, the security products that leverage AI include a very large number of products that we're already using today, such as endpoint detection response, network detection and response, SIEM, SOCs, email, firewalls, SOAR solutions. And then it also enables security platforms to provide better security through the use of AI with their XDR and also AI threat intelligence. Also, AI-driven security operation tools will enable your tech teams to be more efficient and effective by, again, processing these large amounts of data and being able to provide you quick analysis and solutions for remediation. It also enhances more timely phishing and computer-assisted training. When you net it all out, AI security will provide better security, leveraging AI and large data models and new ways to discover and respond to attacks. It also enables more efficient and effective solutions for your tech team. So the limitations of non-AI solutions include the fact that there's a limited response to zero-day attacks, right? Because of static solutions. If you think of endpoint security, especially the older endpoint security solutions that don't leverage AI, they're really static solutions. They're looking for, they're doing pattern matches based on what it already knows. Meanwhile, there may be new solutions or attacks being brought to bear. It delays the ability to detect attacks by waiting, because you have to wait for updates to give you the next generation of updated data. It requires manual monitoring because basically humans are leveraging limited data. There's more error-prone method because of human use versus automated computers technology. And then solutions are not dynamic because they can't react to changes very quickly. Just one slide about eSecurity solutions. Our business is focused on providing complete solutions to businesses of almost all sizes. We have three types of solutions we provide, which is GRC services, which includes risk assessment type solutions, managed security, and security products. So it's everything pretty much that a company would need to become either compliant or to provide good, strong security solutions or best practices kinds of solutions, or even just for basic security. And we work with a very large number of vendors, including Fortinet, which is one of our top partners. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Ed.
Why work harder when you can really work smarter? So AI-powered SecOps goal in any network is to respond swiftly to network issues and really the threat landscape. Leveraging Gen AI can assist with really a number of things: network configurations, automate complex tasks, reduce the likelihood of errors in your network, minimize manual interventions, really help troubleshoot the network, reduce outages, analyze threat responses, and then really speed time to investigate and remediate incidences, enhance decision making, and streamline your operations. I think at the end of the day, there's reduced costs, provide a better user experience for your users, and then those users have increased productivity is what AI can do. So I wanted to mention who Fortinet is. Our mission is to secure people, devices, data, and applications everywhere. We're really the #1 cybersecurity company in the world, so that's a tall task to do. I want to kind of highlight why I most think that. We're established in 2000. We're a US-based company, nearly 14,000 employees. We've got support centers and development centers all over the world, 140 cloud-based locations globally. We actually provide training. There's a training shortage, cybersecurity expert shortage, and Fortinet actually provides the academic materials to colleges and universities. You can see there's a lot of them there. We have a full broad portfolio of products that really protect everything from, let's say, code to the cloud and everything in between. We build everything from really the ground up. We have about 50% more patents than our nearest cybersecurity competitor. We're in 100 analyst reports, and we're proud of the Gartner Magic Quadrants that we're in, and many of them the leader. We've got nearly 800,000 customers worldwide. These are customers that CISOs, CIOs, and even CEOs have looked at our technology versus the alternatives out there and selected Fortinet. We're the #1 firewall, next generation firewall in the world. We actually sell over 52% of the FortiGate, or firewall, which is actually more than all our competitors combined. We're #1 in product energy efficient, so we don't take much power to run our products. And we have over nearly almost 12 million units shipped, and they provide all that telemetry information into our threat intelligence and research arm. From a perspective of the Fortune 100 and Global 2000s, there's a lot of them out there that really rely on Fortinet. So keeping up with the threat landscape is really complex, and complexity is really the enemy in security. Fortinet has actually done a study in our cybersecurity skills gap report, and these are some of the stats that we've seen. Attacks are actually moving 43% faster than they did in the previous year. They're more targeted and more automated, and they're really coming at us at more channels. A recovery from a cyber attack can take up to 2.7 months, and 87% of organizations have actually had a breach last year. There's a skills gap shortage, but with that said, then that provides additional risk to your company because of the skills. It's hard to recruit talent. They're expensive. When you do have the talent in your team, you got to train them. They need to upskill the opportunities, because if you don't train them, they tend to, that's the #1 retention challenge. They tend to leave your company. The top cause of breach is really the lack of training. So you definitely want to train your folks in your SOC team. And then 54% says here, blame lack of essential cybersecurity products or tools to protect the network. So with that said, Fortinet actually provides a comprehensive and advanced cybersecurity platform, the consolidation of a lot of different point products into a platform. And we have 3 pillars of technology. There's secure networking. We take the convergence of security and protect all edges. So taking the best of our FortiGate and extending it to the access layer. We have unified SASE, which is really securing every user to applications really in any cloud. That includes our secure services edge and SD-WAN type technologies. And then what we're really going to be talking about today is AI-driven security operations. So we really want to detect, investigate, and respond to those threats very, very quickly. We do that with our security fabric platform. It's, again, a broad portfolio, but what's nice about it, we have a single operating system across these technologies. And so with that, it's integrated. And then when you get an integrated platform and technology, you can actually have automation. And that's really what you need to protect any network. Some of the core technologies that build our platform is our ASICs, custom ASICs. We call them security processors. So it provides a very, very fast network. And then it also does content inspection very, very fast. We've taken that technology and even it's in the cloud, but in a slightly different way. We have our AI and machine learning, our intelligence with FortiGuard Labs. What I'll be talking about today is that middle one, FortiAI, that's our generative AI. We also have an endpoint called FortiClient, that's our fabric agent. That provides that consolidation of maybe taking anywhere from 5 to 10 agents on a device and really just using one agent because of FortiClient. We've taken the best of IT and we've extended to the OT network. Obviously, OT needs to talk to the cloud. They're not air-gapped anymore, so we can take the best of Fortinet and extend it to the OT network. And we actually have an open ecosystem of about 770 different companies and technologies that actually can talk to the FortiGate and the FortiOS and our threat intelligence and keep your network safe, so you don't have to forklift up their technologies and maybe put in Fortinet. So it's all about TCO. There was a study done by Enterprise Strategy Group, and they came out and said, hey, the average time to detect is 21 days, if at all. And then the average time to for 12, 6, and 12 to contain, investigate, and remediate is 12 hours, 6 hours, and 12. They also said that in the study that SecOps is much harder to implement today than it was 2 years ago. They're citing the threats, the attack surface, and really the volume and complexity of attacks. Large companies, they have to disclose now a material cybersecurity incident within 4 days to the SEC, which is interesting. And then they even said the average breach cost is $9.4 million. What the study did is ESG is they said, hey, when you implement Fortinet SecOps technology, you can take this detect, contain, investigate, and remediate from 21 days plus to less than an hour and sometimes just seconds. So we're really proud of this independent study that was done as we move in these technologies. So for those that are looking for AI, it's absolutely a journey. It's not something you can just turn on. I wanted to kind of maybe highlight some considerations and some maybe a checklist for you. So from starting from left to right, you really need to understand your data management. You need to document the types of data your AI systems will use. You need to really include sources, processing techniques, and storage methods. You need to understand these aspects that help establish clear boundaries of the data usage. And you want to ensure compliancy with relevant security standards and privacy regulations. So you want to evaluate internal and external Gen AI risks. So what does that mean? You want to understand how third-party AI services may impact your organization. Consider scenarios such as processing your data using external AI-powered tools and their potential dangers, actually. You want to develop some policies. So this policy should really outline the standards of safe deployment of Gen AI, including guidelines for transparency and your accountability. And then really involve your employees so that they know their responsibilities and expectations of developing these policies. You want to document some use cases. So really create that detailed inventory of the planned Gen AI applications within your organization. You want to identify potential vulnerabilities related to that data privacy, security, and even compliance. So develop that comprehensive risk assessment document, which is interesting. You want to integrate Gen AI with your existing infrastructure. So you have existing infrastructure, let's use it. So you need to enhance the overall efficiency, focus on embedding that Gen AI within your existing tools and workflows, central data and analytics management tools, security information event management systems, and really your security orchestration, automation, and response platforms. I think you want to optimize the performance metrics. So you want to kind of KPIs or key performance indicators to monitor and really optimize your systems. Understand the mean time to detect and mean time to respond. And then you want to continuously evaluate the impact of Gen AI on the metrics and adjust your strategies to improve the efficiency and really ensure that robust security operations within your team. Again, I think the message here is AI really is a journey. It's this outline only provides a high-level checklist of things to consider. Gen AI adoption in network operations. This is kind of some stats I really found interesting. By 2025, 20% of configurations will utilize Gen AI in your network. Really, it's up from 0%. From a troubleshooting and installation time, it's going to really reduce that, and then the on-site visits by up to 25%. Here's a stat that's interesting. By 2026, which is really 2 years away, 60% of network operations is really going to rely on Gen AI for the management, and that's really up from 5% this year. And then network performance and availability improvements could really enhance the user experience of your users on the network by 25%. We talked about ROI, and you want to kind of analyze that and see where, what improvements you can make. I mean, this is just really high level, but I thought I'd kind of show you here. So expanded resources. Let's say you have 3 analysts on your team, and when you add AI, maybe an ROI is you now have maybe 6 analysts. From an expanded coverage, you might be able to coverage a campus, but with AI now you can coverage the size of 2 campuses. And then if you had expertise in your department, so maybe 2 senior analysts and 2 entry-level analysts, but when you add the AI component or generative AI, now you could have the equivalent of, let's say, 4 senior analysts. So if you do Gen AI or AI capabilities, definitely try to understand your ROI in the program. All right, FortiAI, that's the technology. It's Fortinet's Gen AI-based security assistant. That's essentially what it is. That utilizes natural language and generative AI to guide you, simplify, and automate your security analyst activities. With the help of FortiAI, a security team can really make better informed decisions, rapidly respond to threats, and save time on complex tasks. So the release of FortiAI is seamlessly integrated into a number of technologies, our FortiManager, our FortiAnalyzer, FortiSIEM, and FortiSOAR, and really help optimize that threat investigation and response, the SIEM queries, and the SOAR playbooks. The integration improves threat analysis and response. It really streamlines the network and security operations. So it's highly integrated. That's really what sets Fortinet apart. It's integrated. It's 10 years of AI development. We've developed a deep neural network capable of sub-second classification and then near real-time remediation. And our security fabric really unifies the NOC and SOC, making AI accessible to your teams of all sizes. So it's a security first AI. It's really a platform approach. It's use case focused, which you'll hear a little bit more, and then automation driven. So how does FortiAI really work as AI technologies become increasingly integrated to cybersecurity? There is an importance in securing AI processes, so the process, and ensuring customer data privacy. So as part of that dedication, Fortinet really hosts AI proxy servers within Fortinet data centers, and then we proxy all AI connections. This setup really optimizes AI performance and enhances the security of customers' data. By centralizing AI traffic through secure proxies, Fortinet ensures that all interactions are monitored and protected, mitigating risks associated with AI-driven operations. So FortiAI is not simply a call to the public Gen AI services. FortiAI and our product specialists continually curate a Fortinet database of proprietary threat intelligence, product-specific knowledge, use case examples, and then really to augment the AI engine data source. When a user enters a request prompt, relevant data from the database is also sent to the Gen AI engine to enable fully relevant contextual response. This process is really known as RAG. It stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. So Fortinet really transformed simple natural language user prompts into what we call precise queries that best reflect that user's intent and will generate an actual contextual response. FortiAI then really builds out a complete, relevant, and product actionable user response. You will see this in the demo coming up. Best aspect of this approach is really its incremental training system, so it's always learning. So unified NOC and SOC with Gen AI to provide cyber defense. So integrating FortiAI with FortiAnalyzer and Manager really significantly lowers the complexity of managing advanced security systems and really guides the security analysts, reducing the need for extensive technical expertise, effectively upskilling your security team and bridging their security gaps. So if you look on the NOC side here, it's going to help with simplified configuration and changes, troubleshooting, and then automatic enforcement. So there's kind of two categories here: quicker and easier configuration, so it helps with scripting. It's VPN advisory, validating and recommending editing for you. It actually moves you from a reactive approach to a proactive approach with this device assistant. It can drill down on vulnerabilities and prioritize those, make recommended actions, and then really providing the reporting that you need. If you look on the SOC side, it's really going to save you time on complex tasks, making optional decisions, rapidly respond to threats. It's going to be context aware. So it's going to look at network anomalies within FortiAnalyzer data streams. It's going to do best practice recommendations, remediation actions, and guidance. It's going to query data and then generate reports. It's all going to be the natural language. It's going to speed hunting and investigating a response. So you can use voice commands. You'll see that here in our demo. And then you're going to get graphical representations and charts. Fortinet's Gen AI is going to guide and simplify and help automate your department. So we're getting ready to do a demo, but before I show you this demo, the first thing that you're going to hear is an incident about a slow server. And so you want to investigate that. So you're going to run a playbook on that client and see what's happening in real time. And then you're going to investigate that public address and determine if it's malicious. And then you're going to search for that IP address connecting to malicious IP. You're going to generate a threat hunting report, search for anomalies, login activity, see how they got on that endpoint. Display log view, begin investigating and run a scan. You're going to reassign the endpoint to maybe your forensics team. You're going to run that playbook again to block malicious IPs on the FortiGate, and then that's going to really enhance your security posture. You're going to generate a report. You're going to email that report, download the report, email copy to the CISO, and then update the incidents and hand off to the forensics team. So for the next 4 minutes or so, you're going to hear a demo, and then we'll close things out. So here we go.
Hi there. Please retrieve the incident for the slow server.
Hello, I found an incident related to the issue you mentioned. This incident, IN 00000011, involves the file backup server at IP address 172.16.88.23, categorized as malicious code with a high severity level. The reported issue is that the server is running slow. Would you like to check more details about this particular endpoint? I can provide additional information and offer a FortiAnalyzer playbook via FortiClient EMS connector for further investigation. Note, ensure that the FortiClient EMS connector is properly configured for seamless integration.
Yes, please run the FortiClient playbook.
Performance overview. The file backup server 172.16.88.23 is experiencing slowdowns, primarily due to the QCloud process consuming 98% of the CPU. Process details. In addition to QCloud, other processes like Apache, SSHD, etc. are also running on the server. Recommendations. Further checks on the IP 136.243.90.99 using FortiGuard and VirusTotal are recommended.
Sounds good. Please investigate this public IP address.
FortiGuard alert, threat, Monero.cryptocurrency miner, impact, network resource consumption, technologies involved, browser-based, network protocol, client-server, peer-to-peer, cloud-based, mobile device. Observed behavior, excessive bandwidth usage on default ports TCP80 and TCP443. Potential consequence, server slowness on 172.16.88.23 may be due to a Monero cryptocurrency miner. Recommendations. Immediate remediation steps are strongly recommended to address and eliminate this potential security threat. Credit, FortiGuard application control signature information, fortiguard.com/appcontrol/440.
Please search for any other IP addresses connecting to the same malicious IP.
Investigation result. Sources attempting to connect to malicious IP 136.243.90.99. The FortiAnalyzer API query has identified multiple sources attempting to connect to the malicious IP. Notably, the server at IP address 172.62.88.23, currently experiencing slowness, is among them. Recommendations. Investigate source IPs for potential threats. Check FortiAnalyzer threat hunting for more information on 136.243.90.99.
Please load the threat hunting page so I can take a look.
Sure, I've redirected you to the FortiAnalyzer threat hunting page with a focus on the malicious destination IP 136.243.90.99. If you have any questions or need further assistance, don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you. Please search for abnormal login activity related to these source IP addresses.
I've investigated the login events related to source IP 172.688.23 from the threat hunting list. Here's a detailed summary of the login attempts. If you'd like to explore these login attempts in more detail, I can take you to the log view for a closer examination. Would you like to proceed?
Sure, please proceed.
To examine the Linux server login logs forwarded to FortiAnalyzer by FortiClient, apply the following filter in FortiAnalyzer log view. Considering the potential brute force attempt identified in the login logs, it is recommended to perform a vulnerability scan on the affected Linux server. This scan can help identify and address potential security weaknesses. Please initiate a vulnerability scan on the Linux server using your preferred scanning tool or platform. If you need assistance with specific scanning procedures or recommendations, feel free to ask.
Please reassign the incident to the forensics team.
Sure thing. Before I do the handoff, do you want to block the IP on FortiGate to the cryptominer server 136.243.9.99 and quarantine all infected hosts?
Good idea. Please go ahead.
I have successfully executed the following actions. 1. Blocking IP. The playbook block IP was executed to block the IP address 136.243.90.99, which was associated with the suspicious QCloud process. These measures aim to enhance the security posture and mitigate potential threats identified during the investigation.
Please generate a report for this incident.
Sure thing. I've generated a preview of the following incident into a report for you. Would you like to save a copy of this report?
Yes, please download it to my computer.
All right, I've downloaded the report to your device.
Please also email a copy of the report to the CISO.
The incident summary report has been successfully sent to the Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, using the designated output profile. The email includes detailed information regarding the endpoint slowness incident, along with recommended actions and future recommendations. If there are any further inquiries or updates required, please don't hesitate to let me know.
Great. Please update the incident details and hand off to forensics team.
Understood. I've updated the incident with a new comment summarizing the issue.
All right, I hope you enjoy the FortiAI demo on FortiAnalyze. The benefits of integrated AI security operations really is a game changer. With Fortinet's integrated and AI enhanced tools, your organization can outpace and outsmart the attackers with agility and confidence. You can detect in minutes, not days, streamline your operations and reduce your workload, eliminate blind spots, scale when you're ready. Thank you for joining the eSecurity and Fortinet webinar. I hope you enjoy the introduction of Fortinet Security Fabric, AI, and Gen AI tools, and the demo. Should you have additional questions or interest in learning more, reach out to eSecurity or Fortinet for more information.
Hi, thanks, Ed. Appreciate your presentation and your demo. I just wanted to close it out by saying that eSecurity Solutions can help you if you're interested in Fortinet solutions. Be any of the Fortinet solutions. Our global sort of charter is really to help companies in all areas of security, including assessing the risk, defining security plans, defining security roadmaps, and then acquiring products, and then implementing, monitoring, and managing their security. So I appreciate your attendance today, and if you have any questions, my contact information, as well as the rest of the contact information for eSecurity Solutions, is provided on my screen. Thanks very much.